There are kids in this world who are different, special.
In this episode, we'll be breaking down the 20th episode of 6 Minute Season 4, piece by piece. Well, hello, Review Pop listeners, it's your host, Landon Mueller.
Now, we are here today to talk about episode 20 of 6 Minute Season 4, called Outside of Grandma's House.
So yeah, we pick up
on last week's tremendously good cliffhanger. I love the dynamics between Brinley and Casey in this week's episode, in the sense that they can finally be honest to each other. We're starting to get to a spot, in the season where everything is starting to come together. I think a lot of the questions and storylines we've seen will be picked up, and I can't wait to see
how GZM goes about that.
Side note, I will have a guest on my podcast next week. But yeah, without further ado, let's get straight into
this week's episode.
I believe he can be the answer to our prayers.
Really? You can help me?
Thank
you, Cyrus. That's like a dream come true.
I'm not sure
Adelaide.
JP Whittier is so much more sincere than what we've seen of him. I mean, he really sounds like he's speaking from his heart, just the way that he's communicating himself. And of course, he's, going through a very difficult situation. But I think he sounds, just truly so willing and, genuine. And he just really wants to help Cyrus. And, at the same time, he has a strong belief, that Cyrus can help him as well. So, yeah.
I mean, it's just very, very interesting.
How sick?
The doctors do not think she will make it another year.
I'm sorry.
I think Dr. Whittier could care less about, any other kid.
But, when it comes to Adelaide, somebody who's, just so close and dear to him, I think he has that, sense of true care and sympathy. It's just very sad to see, what he's going through. But I think it's important to remember that Dr. J.P. Whittier is not as innocent and, compassionate for others in the same way, that he is for Adelaide.
Just based off, his actions alone.
It does not, make him look like a very good, person in any way, just solely based off what he has done.
What we know he'll do.
You and I, we can work together to solve this problem, Cyrus. Together, we can save my daughter and get you back home.
I think, Cyrus's compassion for others really shines through in that, he's always willing to help, people in difficult situations. Of course, he's faced many of his own
difficult situations,
but he's always able to relate to other people and, offer people, including Dr. Whittier, that sense of support.
From what I understand, he'd left home quite some time ago. Tragic story. Their daughter disappeared with no clues as to where she had gone. No one could find her.
This is very sad, and I imagine James and Monica facing this type of situation, facing this type of tragedy of losing Holiday or Cyrus or Bertie. It'd just be, just so overwhelmingly difficult for them to navigate a life without their kids, who they love and cherish so much.
Mrs. Cavendish only mentioned she wanted to get as far away from Seattle as possible. She didn't want to remember any of this.
I think Kady feels this sense of impending doom, of not knowing if she'll ever see her parents again. The, chances of her seeing her parents again are so slim, which is why it's, impossible, to have high hopes during this,
with a reasonable sense of mind.
If you're here to gloat, you can keep walking.
Maybe later. Tell me what happened.
This is the first time Kady and Brinley have really connected on such a huge emotional level. Of course, they've gotten along before, but I think, this is different in, the sense that they are really
relying on each other for, support and comfort.
Remember that request you made from the robotics lab? You got what you asked for.
The prototypes are ready?
Indeed.
This is not the first time we've heard Adam discuss prototypes, but this time I think it's different. I think he's going above and beyond, to where he wants to do something so spectacular that nobody will see, coming. My prediction, I believe Adam is trying to build some type of droid that is responsible for
ensuring that Adam remains in, control over everything.
As you know, Elixir Key is gone. I need you to find what survived.
Okay.
Totally not vague or anything, but I think what Jude is referring to is Casey and Penn. I also think this might relate to Remy, and I hope we hear more from her and more about her. I really enjoy the character of Remy in general. I think, she just adds so much to the story. I love, the way that she's presented, and, she adds so much to Brinley as well. So yeah, I love Remy, and I hope we see more of her.
A mallet?
Yup. Swing away.
You want me to hit the chicken?
As hard as you can. Pound those suckers.
I think this is one of the best callbacks in all of 6 Minutes history. It is carried through all 4 seasons. I love, it's just stayed so consistent. I love it so much, and I've actually made it before, and I think it's just so great. Chicken Monica. So yeah.
I can invite myself in. Thanks.
Holiday, what's going on?
Get out of here! Both of you!
Who is this guy?
Trouble. Run.
What?
Sam, River, you have to run. Now!
I think it's terrible what Adam's done. But we also have to remember that it's not necessarily Adam's fault. Because, he's not in control. He was powered on by Casey, which triggered, the status that he's in now. But yeah, I think, this cliffhanger was just so amazing. I loved it so much, and yeah, I really love what GZM's done with the new season, and I think it's great. Until next time, this is Landon saying, peace, love, and time travel.